Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tassenix, and welcome to Season 79, 5 vs. 5 Grand Arena Championship, Week 3, Round 2. Of course, if you're in tune with what's going on with my Grand Arena season, it's been two legitimate rounds that I have lost both of, and then Erodiums for the first 2 weeks. Now, this final week, I have myself and 7 Erodiums in the bracket, so I have no legitimate fights of my own. Nothing really interesting to see here, which is why it is such a privilege and a pleasure to once again host one of my patrons who's got an excellent top 50 fight of his own. It is Vestara Khai. How are you today?
Doing good. A little tense because, well, we'll see.
D-Rex, so you've got a hell of a matchup against D-Rack, one of the larger accounts in the game. I fought him many times. Difficult opponent, so you are right to be concerned. Let's go ahead, though, and get ready to do the prediction and do the rundown on this matchup. What kind of odds do you want to offer the people today, Vestara? How many drops do you think you're going to have?
0. I'm going to be the 0 person.
It's got to be a 0. All right. There it is. And yeah, let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Noble, what's going on? Cosley, good to see you. Lord Megatron, Eric T. Russell, It's KMA, Ganroth, Darth Salea, Feathers, Darth Bane. Good to see you all. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so the prediction is live. Let me pull up the information you shared with me earlier. All right, rank 32 here. Vestara Khai fighting D-Rack at rank 37. And, you know, D-Rack is a dear friend. We fought him many times in the past. He is nevertheless burdened by being a member in the degenerate TW Cheating Guild Paw Patrol. What a shame. Good dude, though. Good dude. All right, Vestara's 15.9 million GP to D-Rack's 17.2. Yeah, this is a tough one. Top 80 GP, it's 3.21 million to D-Rack's 3.33. Zetas, it's 457 all. GAC Omicrons, Vestara with 104 to D-Rack's 106. Top 80 average speed, it's 155 to D-Rack's 172. This guy has one of the most intense speed collections in the game, for sure. We'll see that immediately. Mod analysis, plus 25 speeds. Vestara's 241 to D-Rack's 591. 20 to 24s, it's 320 to 1053. Plus 20s, it's 561 to 1664. Oh my God. Plus 4% offense secondaries, it's 170 to 246. Plus 6% offense secondaries, 72 to 80. Plus 9% defense secondaries, it's 80 to 82, reasonably close there. And then plus 14% defense secondaries, it's 31 to 7. Okay, so D-Rack's really not put a ton of emphasis on cultivating defense secondaries. Otherwise, dangerous man. Relic analysis, total levels, Vestara's 2458 to D-Rack's 2787. Relic 10s, it's 15 to 37. Relic 9s, it's 77 to 121. Relic 8s, it's 88 to 166. Gosh. All right. Now, Datacrons, we get a little bit of equalization here, right? Total rerolls, Vestara coming in strong with 472 to D-Rack's 339. Level 9 Datacrons, Vestara's 77 to D-Rack's 52. Levels 6 to 8, Vestara's 2 to D-Rack's 1. And levels 3 to 5, Vestara with none, D-Rack with 5. Now, we'll just give a quick crawl over the Galactic Legends. Reasonably healthy Slacker at 590 speed is gruesome. That's a nice Slacker he's got there. Wow, 13k on yours at 585, 152. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay. Okay, everything else looking pretty standard. Meta characters. Wow, incredibly fast cat at 380. 386. Wow. Wow. I'd say about 120,000 health is, with good health secondaries, is about the best you might do to have your Ezra also super fast. And when I say super fast, we're talking the 380 plus range. To have only given up 5,000 health or a little less than that off of that, you know, theoretical softmax, and still be at 386. Absolutely incredible speed.
He's definitely putting that speed sets to work.
He's got him. He is long on him. Okay, and I see you've added your own little personal section here. I've never made use of this. I'll have to ask you off stream how you added these. I know it's a simple enough thing, but I just don't know it.
They're a little outdated. Those specific ones were when the GM versus Ahsoka was just coming out, seeing who was equipped for it and who's not. So has to be updated to some of the new meta stuff, but
fair. Let's see here. Hey, Grax, good to see you. Let's see. Hey, so Tico, good to see you, man. 0 or less. Yeah, because I always keep it like 1 or less. So, yeah, I just swapped out the one word. Corey Spooner, good to see you. Alex Robertson, are you the same Vestara from REK, like REK? If so, get in TW. It's addressed to you, Vestara. I don't think that's you, though.
No, Tass and I have the same guild, so...
Yeah, I don't think that's you. But anyway, so we've seen all the Grand Arena Holocrons. What's the difference? Okay, so Vestara hasn't picked up Dedra's, Partagaz, and that's about it. All right, as far as attack times, D-Rack does seem to like to go straight out of the gate for a set, for a certain number of his attacks, and then he'll reserve some for later. Speed. Witness the mountain, both broad and tall, looming above Vestara. Monstrous. And as far as squad banner efficiency goes, interesting. So, he's scoring a lot more 65s and 64s than his opponents are, but he is seeing opponents that can seek out a whole bunch of 66s and even better against that. So, I don't know, man. Dangerous. Are you singing to yourself over there, Missy?
We've been playing the same bracket, for both of these weeks, and we've had the same guys in both of them, and they all play a similar style, so he's been trying to fight that, and that's how whoever wins against him, that's how they're winning against him. Gotcha.
Hugsy, hey, good to see you. Evening Tass, and our savior of content provider. Yes, Vestara is real stand-up guy for being available here. Best of luck to you, Vestara, and hope all is well for both of you. Appreciate it, man. All right, defense. So what has D-Rack been setting the last couple of weeks? EP Starkiller, Saw, not EP Starkiller, what am I saying? DVDE, Saw, Pirate King, Balin, Ray Swallow, Treya, Stranger Starkiller, Boba Fett Sign of Django, Cody Krex, Lord Vader, JMK, and Akbar. Now he's rotating some of these, so that'll be interesting. Home 1, Executrix, Endurance on defense. When it isn't Endurance, it's Executor. All right. Now, for a bottom front, we might expect to see something like Pirate King, Balin, Stranger, Saw, DVDE. But you can see that some of these bars are not completely solid, indicating that he is rotating them between zones, indicating scouting. All right, on offense, D-Rack has been using Leia, DTMG, Slacker, Reva, Queen, Seer, Great Mothers, Sith Eternal, Lord Vader, Jabba, Satele, Bane, and JML, Afra. Sometimes when he's not setting it on defense, JMK. Profundity, Executor, and Leviathan. He's actually had a couple. He had one wipe with Executor. Surely that was against the Leviathan. And what has he dropped on so far this season? A Ray Swallow Ezra, a Saw Team, a DVDE, and then a singular Endurance. So the Executor wiped out on Endurance. I have seen such a thing before. It's awful. I hate it. Okay, where are we at with the prediction, people? It says 1 minute 45. I'll give you, another 15, 20 seconds here. Let's get in those final votes. You've had your fair share of time. What do you think it's going to be? You think the Star is going to pull it off flawless, no drops, or is it going to be at least one? All right, cutting off the votes now. It is a 50-50 split. All right. So the people are divided. They don't know what to make of it here, Vestara. Let me go ahead and get ready to pull your stream up here. Okay, we have got you front and center. So why don't you take us in, tell us about your defense in as much as you can, and then take us through what we see on D-Racks, and we'll kick off your attacks from there.
All right. So right out of the gate, he pulled 1410 on my ground, which is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 3. So 5 banners dropped on the whole ground, which doesn't sound good for my defense. So right here on the top, we've got Bad Batch with Crosshair Cron, Cody with Cody Cron, BKM. I believe this is 25%, and then EP DVD. Not a lot of fancy things here. Just basically tried to get anything that could not be undermanned, and it worked out. I don't think he got more than a 65 on any of them, but nothing surprising there. For bottom front, LV, Boba Bounty Hunters with the Asajj Cron, the new Cassian team with Cassian FDC. Just throwing that out there, seeing what can be done on it. It's the second round, so some counters are out there. Then GM with Night Trooper and Night Trip Cron. That's mainly hoping to pull Reva, but I have no idea. Then in the back, just Ray with Salbar and Sortie with the Chewie Cron, because I put Ezra with Stranger, and so Stranger Cal with Stranger FTC. Just looking through, this one stood out as something that had the most trouble, because a lot of the other ones had counters that Drac he had a lot of solid counters to most of them, so seeing if you could do something different. And then Satele, I didn't know what to do with Satele on offense. I don't really trust her against Stranger, and I mean, she can underman, but she just was a better option than anything else I could think of to drop on the bottom. So, but I think that was the one I was kind of expecting it to pull the either C Solo, C Bane, something like that, but he did get the 68, but I was just kind of expecting that to happen.
Yeah, I think that's the Solo, because you don't usually have that prop banner at the end.
Yeah. Then home one, Chimera with just Random Empire, and then Malevolence. I experimented last week with putting Leviathan on defense. It's probably better, but I'm just not comfortable with the Executor counter yet, so I'm just sticking to all 3 meta for this one, especially with how tight ground is.
Makes sense.
All right. Then on the other side of the board, he, out of all the opponents this season, he goes the heaviest, which is not saying a lot for the kind of defenses we're seeing, but so he's got Cassian, but I believe his is just light side buffs, 200 defense, so we'll see if that helps. I mean, he's got R9 on all of his with, across the board. Then Ray Ezra with the Stranger FTC. So I guess he's splitting, probably for the crit avoidance, but splitting a bit more between offense and defense versus the holistic defense that the Chodakron would be. Gas Cal Stranger. So let's see. I believe this is 25%. Yeah, 25%, 220 defense. Just trying to shut down any of the standard counters. That's a Gas for Satele, Cal for Bad Batch, and it just kind of forced me to do something outside of those two. Then we got Lord Vader with Bear's Cron. Once again, I think it looks like his DC decisions are split more between offense defense split than just full defensive that you see a lot of times. Up top, this is his Akbar team, so he's on first person I've seen actually use Stormtrooper Luke on defense. I mean, he's got all the Omicrons, and we've got the Princess Leia. Oh, this is the new set. So we got repost, specials, and then, man, I don't even know what this 9 does. Attack how to turn. Well, it's on the top, so we'll see what we have left when we get there. BKM with buffs, EP DVD, so standard one there with Turkin, and then we have ISB. I don't think, yeah, 25%. No, so it doesn't look like he has any of the fancy FDCs, so we don't have to face those, but still both of the new teams. And they're all R9, so it's not like we're facing cheese ones. In the back, probably Pirate King. I don't think Balin. I don't think Ahsoka. What was the other ones? Trying to remember. Oh, so I'm probably expecting Supreme Leader Kylo in the back because he's been setting that. So I think he's dropping that back there.
I see. Yeah, we do get to see ISB in action. Let me catch up with the chat here. Jedi TJ, hello there. Good to see you. Sheepdog, hello all. I just picked up my 5th loss of the season. Sorry to hear that, man. Oh my god, that's a terrible season. Sorry to hear that. That's awful. Izeta only gave himself 1 drop. He's braver than I was. Yeah. Thanks for the resub, by the way, Izeta. Here for 5 months. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, well, ball's in your court, Vestara. Where would you like to begin? And of course, you know, ask me anything. Otherwise, I'll try and stay out of your way.
So really the general plan here is, I think I've seen a lot of QA versus Cassian, but I actually want to try 4-man QA against the Rey Ezra with the new FDC. That's because I timed out with Leia last round, so I'm not sure I really want to try that again.
Okay.
But first things first, we're just going to take out the Stranger team. I'm doing Pirate King here. He seemed...
okay. This will be my first time actually seeing this, so I'll appreciate it.
Okay. Really, against the Stranger, the FDC makes it harder. So the 25%, if you match 25%, I think you kind of just roll over them, especially looking at the times for it. These are 1-minute fights versus 4-minute fights, but we will see how far that goes. All right. So it's 25-25 with Vayne, and we'll see. I think the goal here is just blast Star Killer off. Actually, you could probably just hit everybody as you go around, but we will find out.
But yeah, I agree. Star Killer should be the first one to go.
Do I want Smee? I don't. Did I want Smee? Did I want Smee? I forget.
Grax saying... Sorry?
Because I do have Hondo, so I don't remember if did I save Hondo for this? No, I think I just decided Smee. Okay, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Grax saying, my Andor's gotten 2 holds so far and actually got me the win. You must be one of the few. I've heard that, you know, people are probably just overkilling it, but yeah, like Queen, Reva, stuff like that's just marching through. Yeah, username asks you, Vestara, no Quig for the AoE? Not wanting that, or... Because I don't know how to advise you on this one. I've never done this.
Because I really think that it's just... You just shoot him down with the Vayne. And I'm assuming Lightning Raid gets around everything, so you just pick the guy, kill him with that, and then... So more damage is better than defense, because you really shouldn't be getting hit. But...
Alright. See how it goes.
So...
Ray Rock says, good afternoon, Tass. I might lose round 2 because of the bug earlier with C Bane versus Ahsoka. After I clicked on C's ultimate, he disappeared off the screen, leaving Bane to fight Ahsoka by himself and timed out. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. That's terrible. Yeah, the mass assist is the 3rd.
So we go this.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. All right. And then I don't care about that.
Is this a basic you're doing, or are you just doing something else?
No, I think you just basic here, because there's not really... He's not going to call himself, so... And... Yep.
Appreciate that, Blue. Yeah. If you're enjoying the show, please do hit like. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. You want to see more.
And then you just clean up.
So I looked away for a second, and there's no one anymore. What happened to everybody?
You click specials, Vayne shoots people, and because you can ignore taunt and mark, it's just go around the horn.
I'm impressed.
Well,
difficult to...
All just... Come on. There we go. All right, 65, 75.
Brutal.
Okay,
Brutal.
worked as expected. Okay.
What else says, if only CG had a beta testing program to make sure new updates didn't impact players negatively. Yeah. Maybe when it's a $3 billion lifetime revenue game, they'll get that. Maybe then. Two's not enough, clearly. Grax says, though this round they cleared my Ray on the second battle and took our Vel and Cinta on the second battle. Nice, man. I'm glad to hear somebody's getting some defensive performance out of either of the new era teams. Sorry, Vestara, go ahead.
No. As far as Cassian, I kind of wanted to try Wampa, especially without the FTC, but his relics are just too high to try that.
Yeah.
The other options, probably Dark Trooper, I think is one of the ones that I've seen floating around. But
really?
This is the first one I've seen, so I'm not exactly sure.
For what it's worth, Riva made short work of it in what I've seen.
Oh, so that still works in the same way?
Yeah. I mean, with the Grand Inquisitor Kron, even better. Yeah, you just explode them.
I mean, I've gotten the standard solid down to a 3-man, but... Okay. Let us try this. This is probably the hinges the whole match.
This is the fight that I like least for you. I mean, I know that people are getting this done. With even before this new Datacron, it's just nerve-wracking.
Yeah. I mean, the other option would be just to go Leia again, but he's got R9 Barris, R9 Zalbar, triple R10s, so I feel like I'm just sitting around for a long time.
Fair.
I can't risk SLKR here. All right. 100 crit, 100 offense.
So, do you feel that it is sufficient to run with just 4? You think you don't need Lumi or Kit, for example?
Not Lumi. Kit is an option. 100% accuracy. Dispel. Yeah, do I really need to risk that?
Yeah. That's kind of my question. Because maybe, you want to see how good this new FTC is with the team. That's fine, but if your whole match hinges on it, can't we live with the 65? Instead of a potential worried about whether or not you drop about it?
Protection, disruption, or guard.
Who's attacking at a turn on their team?
Let me think. Wait, does Zalbar has retribution? Does that trigger often? Does that even trigger as an out of
that
turn attack?
Would do that, I think, yes.
Yeah, well, okay, so my goal here is just to insta-kill Zalbar, just get him out of there. So,
okay.
Although, it may take a couple turns.
Mm-hmm.
I like this better than Lumi.
Yeah. Grax says, it should only be Exile Ezra calling the odd person. Yeah, when he does his first special, targeting an ally. Yeah, I think you're right about that.
All right. Okay, we'll run with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I believe.
Perfect defense. Okay. Can't do that, so go ahead here. Well, I don't want to do that. Take this here. Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Okay. Just keep going. I'm an idiot. Okay, just have to play this normally.
Oof.
Zalbar really didn't take a single turn. It just felt like he did. Okay. Alright, good.
Damn.
Alright, now we try this.
Yeah, that was really tough with the timing there. Is that a zero speed Zalbar? Asked Pilkus. It's a fair question.
So, no, I guess it's my fault for not paying attention to turn meter there. Alright. Well, now we're going to play around here.
Sure. Yeah.
Alright. I don't know if anyone has tried this, but...
We're going to pay the one or more out right now.
Let's take a look.
All right. Gates says, "Hey, Task, good luck to your guest. Quick question if you don't mind." Oh, that did not work at all.
No, heal block, whole bunch of other things.
We know.
All right.
Yeah, if you guys got suggestions for science matchups, I'm sure Vestara might be willing to try a few of them. But yeah, Gates asked, quick question if you don't mind. With the changes to Ahsoka and Ezra, do you think Great Mothers will still work as a counter? I didn't read anything that I think necessarily forbids it. No.
All right, we'll see how
okay.
this does.
Okay, yeah. Let's see more about it.
Let's see about this. I want this one here. All right, so standard 9, yeah, 369, all normal ones.
I've been running the turn meter 3 myself, but I could believe that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, I think I just don't have a turn meter 1. I think I converted them all at some point. Buffs, 201% defense. Here's the question. I know. Who is the threat?
Yeah. I would say that you could choose Clea or Cinta. The Cinta is the one that's going to be assisting whenever an ally is using a special against an undermined enemy. So she could end up slapping you very, very hard. Yeah, Grax says, Wampa versus Andor won't ever work. Lock behind needing to crit, death mark, heal block, turn meter block. Lord Pork says, I'm considering if I'll put the R10 on Ezra or invest it on Ben instead, given Rey will be more exposed now. I have long enjoyed... I think Ben was within my first 4 or 5 Relic 10s. Like, I really think he's a good one. Like, he wants the potency. He wants the crit chance. He wants whatever bits of life total he can get. The chunk of offense, if you've got good offense on him, ends up being a decent little chunk there. Somewhere, I remember, around 500, something like that. But, yeah, he's a strong beneficiary of most of the goodness in Relic 10, so I don't mind that at all.
Okay, so do we strip here? Probably, yeah.
I was going to say, I feel like that's probably a good idea. We're used to not doing that against DVDE, but that's still probably a strong choice. And don't forget, you've also got the blind with the middle from your level 9. That's an AoE blind to the enemy team.
Okay.
So you could do the turn meter pull into the blind, into the 4th, or however you feel comfortable, but still.
All right. No buffs. We'll just go heavy hit.
I like the middle. I think you can do turn meter reduction with that.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking the insight stacks. All right, so we got blind here.
Fair. That's not it's not a terrible call.
Alright, so it looks like you can't lose control in this one either. Okay.
I just basic until after you've killed somebody. That 3rd won't death mark until then. It's not that impressive of an attack. You can maybe... Yeah. Oh, the middle would strip all the stacks off her, right?
Yeah, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think knowing what we know now, I like the idea of us on Moff Gideon's first turn, just using the 4th and then doing the turn meter pull after that, because clearly we're able to take the punch, and we didn't know that back then, but we do now. Again, though, this is not the FDC. You won't be seeing a lot of this come next season.
No. Yeah, they got a lot of heal gen too. Yeah.
The restoration. Boom.
All right. Yeah, now you just wail on it. All right, so this... Well, we don't have it for too much longer, but this is not a way to go.
Yeah. And you'd heard about this working for somebody, or did you just decided you wanted to give this a go?
No, I thought I read it, but I didn't take a look at what relics and stuff they were using, so I didn't have an idea of where they were at.
Yeah. I'm going to look at D-Rax Zalbar real quick, just to confirm that suspicion about the speed. About 265, actually, or, you know, if this is representative, people would have switched for TW mods, might have left him, so can't be certain, but he did not look like he was trying to go anywhere, so fair.
Afra goes away next round, so I'm not too interested in looking at that one.
in the past, like Seer has been good against Saw. Not that that has a whole lot to do with how that Rebel Fighters team will do under Cassian, but
You also behind the summon.
And this is just as well that you need a minute to sit here and think about it, because we're in an ad set, so that's fine.
All right. There's no revives. It doesn't seem like he has revives anyways, but...
Pilka says, while we're talking about Ben, could you clarify if he's actually able to crit with his specials? Both of his skills mention true damage. Can true damage crit? True damage cannot crit. So if you look at his first special, if you have the Omicron, and I think if his leader is Rey, which obviously it will be, then the attack that would otherwise do special damage does true damage instead, in which case it does not crit. For the second special, there is a single target portion of damage that is special damage. That can crit. The AoE true damage cannot crit. Basic is special damage and can crit. Yeah, Riva, I think, should get you through. You wonder if 501st works. They have tons of buffs on this Cassian team. Yeah, but they also got lots of damage.
Yeah. I mean, 501st has historically worked against Saw. It's not a pretty fight either.
Correct. Are we kicking ass and taking names? Vestara wanted to try the new Focus Datacron with Luminara, Cam, and Kit Fisto. So he took Kit Fisto and Cam, and I think the Kit Fisto was useless if I stop and think about it, because I want to say his text for giving out guard requires that there's no Galactic Legends on the board. That was kind of the first thing I noticed when we loaded into that fight, is why shouldn't we have had guard? Which would be helpful. We had a couple inconvenient stuns.
I thought that was just triggered on allies, though. But we still didn't get it?
I don't recall seeing us having guard. I don't think we got it, man. So I don't have that condition on Kit Fisto's clause committed to memory yet, but yeah. I wonder if it was that. Anyway, Queen did not work for us, and he did get Zalbar down, but that's it. Surely there's a way through Rey, but the bad news is that D-Rack put up a 14-10 on the ground, which essentially requires us to have no drops, because I think Vestara said that's like 5 banners dropped on the entire ground. So, tough. Yes, I've been taking 7th instead of 5th when I'm fighting Saw, but when I've seen this done the one time, I've seen it with 5th, let me see, and 7th.
I like Inquisitor or Barris, because she's got an AoE, so just AoE. Against Saw, it's better because you can just AoE through the summons while still killing the summons.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like Barris instead of 7th. And then same thing here, 5th against 7th, although...
See, 5th is... The 5th AoE is nice because of the expose that is also applied, but that Inquisitor Barris AoE ends up being something that you get to spam, which makes me feel like 7th provides a better value, both for her specials, but also just assisting.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, GI Cron, Riva. All right, we'll take a look at this.
That's good. I don't think they're immune to ability block, so I think I'd probably still just open with ability block unless you think differently.
No.
Yeah, our summon doesn't taunt here because it's not Saw. Yes, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, you can hit the summon, but this is a way better idea. Well.
Oh, yeah, that's that. Yep, because Inquisitor Barris forbids the revive, so enough of that. Yeah, I've seen this be a solid attempt when you use a full Inquisitor's team. What's the stats that he's got on that purple cron out of curiosity? What did he go with? Just like something with high defense and the buffs up level 3? Yeah, something more or less like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Nasty bit of business. So anyways, yeah, he had that one drop on Queen, and that basically meant that this is a science stream from here on out. So Vestar's being a good sport. He's trying a bunch of stuff. Feel free to talk with us here. Give us some ideas that you want to see as we work through this defense and see what we can't get out of it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Cal ends up on defense, so probably have to do this. It's not exactly optimal, but...
Yeah. I'm okay with that. All right.
Nope.
Yeah, Pilkus, if you've been running your Ben solo in full offense, no crit triangle. So if you inspect my Ben, you'll see I do have a crit damage triangle. But that's also because it has a very strong offense secondary. I don't fault anybody who wants to lean into maximizing that true damage and has an offense primary. But, you know, if you have like a really strong offense secondary, like, I don't know, 7+, something like that. I don't know. I don't even know what mine has, but it's strong enough. Because if you look at the total special offense, he's like 19.5, something like that. So when you have that kind of level of offense... And I've gone to the effort of having very high special crit chance. I want to say 75 plus. That's before the flat mastery gain under Ray at start of battle. That's before any Inspire related mastery gain increasing crit chance. So yeah, I'm just critting kind of straight out the gate. And even if I don't crit, I've still got a high basis of offense to begin with. So if you're on the fence about that crit damage triangle, farm one up first that's got a strong offense secondary, and then you're really, you know, not leaving much on the table. Cypher Mango says, yo, Tass, hey, good to see you. They're immune to percent damage, says Isaiah. That's something to remember. That's probably why we had a tougher time undermanning with Inquisitors.
Okay.
Deathmark won't do much either. Yeah, Deathmark doesn't get us much. That's why Sint only took that tap.
All right. 146, 112. 50, 75. I think offense is better here than crit damage. Maybe.
I think armor penetration is generally the best thing. I like this stat profile for this team just fine.
Yeah.
But armor penetration, like this guy stacks offense. Malicos stacks his own offense and his own crit damage. He doesn't give himself more armor penetration. So I generally try to find something that gives all of it, but generally armor penetration is what he won't give himself. Wait, that is a tough customer right there. That is one of my favorite setups for Seer, when we can have a dark side offensive buffs up level 3, because the Maul push will call Malicos. He'll stack, he'll have that 3 before he gets his first turn, and then that rocks is a death sentence.
Yeah. Well, we'll try that one. So from what we know now, wait, can we ignore Vel? Probably not.
You should be able to ignore with Terran, right? With his rock throw.
Oh yes, Terran can ignore. Maul will AoE, but it looks like she just keeps getting resilient back, so I'm not sure AoE does too much off the rip.
I think it'd be nice if our Terran could throw the rocks at one of the squishier sides. Probably Clea, Cinta, one or the other. I imagine Clea's flimsier than Cinta. Anyway, when we get around to Maul having turns, on his first push, I would increase, I don't know, I would try and increase the cooldowns of Cassian, something like that. And then just kind of all in on Vel. Because I take your point that the Resilient has, the last couple attempts, has been a pain in the ass to get around. You might just try to blast through her directly with your true damage from Maul, and Malicos following up on that. That's probably what I do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, isn't Clay untargetable with Luthen alive? That's right,
That's
Zeta.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah. That's my bad.
I haven't been able to get to her, and so
yeah.
All right, we'll take.
So probably Cinta then, if there's a squishy you can access. Otherwise, it might just be directly through Vel.
All right. Okay. No.
He looks nice and juicy.
All right. Yeah, because we can't hit Vel or Cinta here because they're both done. So.
Yep. We can't target what's her name, but she can also just get fucking exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is. All right. Well, that's kind of good to know. I think Seer Malicos has kind of been getting less use in top Kyber 1 5 vs 5. So that's kind of nice to know. This is looking great. And we're just using a Tron that has a generically favorable stat profile. Seer Malicos. So that's impressive to see.
Okay, wait a second. Oh, is Undermine... Why is it not assisting?
There's probably something related to that with the Undermine. Somebody's kit probably just passively says, but you know that when you push through this guy, the middle's going to kill the Cinta over there. So I think you're going to get a reset of 5 stacks. I'm not sure. I was going to say just do the other 2 pushes, then middle, right? Because then you get 5 stacks for a kill.
Oh, for the... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Rocks again? Yep.
Are you seeing the damage on this?
Yeah, I think that he's got that thing that's reducing damage to 1, I want to say, under a certain condition. You got your 5 stack. 5 stack. I would just push. Yeah, I would. Yeah, see, he's got something reducing him to 1. Reducing damage to 1. Hi, kitty. Stop biting me. Seeking affection. Basic.
I don't.
The shark kitty.
Unique somewhere.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. This reducing damage to 1 thing is busting through the true damage. No, yeah. I would recommend saving that middle until you have at least 20 stacks of Edge of Madness. That's what gives you the bonus turn to pop off next. Nice. You found a window.
Right. Something.
Yeah, there's something very clearly active that's preventing us. Somebody in the chat telling us about it. Can somebody tell us why we're not seeing the assists? Because it's not probably in the Undermine effect itself, but it's in somebody's kit saying that if the enemy has Undermine, then blah, 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 they can't assist. I'm just wondering who it is.
All right, we're just going to bust through here and not try anything crazy.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. So it doesn't have... When Cassian does not have vulnerable, he takes 1 damage. That's what it is. And if you don't crit him, he takes 1 damage. Yeah, so interesting. If you do not crit him, he takes 1 damage. True damage, by definition, cannot crit. Therefore, it always does 1 damage. That makes a lot more sense. I hate it. Oh, Undermine... Oh, the debuff itself says that? I don't remember seeing that, but thank you for the correction, Grax. Cannot assist, cannot gain turn meter, and some other stuff. Reading is fundamental. I would target Ben and try and keep him stunned as much as possible. One of the only ways I suffer in this fight is when I'm not able to control Ben. Nice. That's right, Zeta. The kid is still pretty new, and as usual, you need a master's degree in English to understand all the interactions, and not even a master's degree in English will fucking save you, because they write things sometimes where any native speaker of English with a plain understanding of reading the words might understand it one way, and then you actually have to look up the abilities on swagger.gg and read the code. That's what you really need. You need a software, a dev skill set to look through that and, you know, make sense. Because what really gets me is when effects are unresistible, but there's nothing in the plain text of the ability saying it, you end up having to look up such abilities and see that it says effect is unresistible in the code. I'm like, okay, great. I mean, you would never, ever, ever know that unless you experimentally determined it. It's super irritating, but it is the life.
All right, down a little bit.
Yeah, I like the stun. You'll never regret keeping him from doing stuff. Yes, I agree, Grax. You need to know every kind of language in the world to have a chance of understanding it. My opponent has now dropped 6 battles total, and that's all against your Cassian. Yeah, especially if you're going to set it bottom front, which is a classic thing to do with new teams. Your opponent has to deal with the uncertainty of what they want to do about it immediately. So, I can catch you out.
All right. Just gonna bust through, see what's in the back.
Sounds like a winner.
Where is he? Although I think I may have regret. No? All right, never mind. Because he gets order 66, and it feels like he goes down a lot faster. The last time I did this, it was a little bit hairy.
No, I don't think he can be affected by, you know, the damage of order 66. So you should be good. For Lord Vader, Bane without C is honestly better. I mean, I do believe that you can still just do Bane plus 1 Sith. It still works, but this is very reliable, and there are a number of matchups that you might fight where it is something that you're not going to be punished for using C and Bane together here to get a 65. Or sorry, a 68 rather.
68. Yeah,
sorry.
That's the biggest reason to not.
That is the reason
to not do that one.
Yeah, you want the 68. That's why you're using it. And yeah, there's not a lot on defense in 5 vs 5 these days where you can use Sith Eternal independent of Bane for good banners. An exception would be like using C-Treya against Stranger, something like that. That's a good novel use, but not terribly common this season. KMA says, if I have Cassian at 5 stars along with this team, Relic 2 from the era conversion, who could replace Luthen since I don't have him? wondering who I should take up to Relic 4. You can just throw in a Relic fighter that's of reasonable strength and probably soldier on with another goal that you're already working on. Like, Luthen is going to be part of the best form of that team. You can argue that it's less important when you're dividing it into at least 2 teams in 3 versus 3. But the significance of Cassian compared to, I don't know, Galactic Legends that you're missing or something else of the kind, yeah, I wouldn't say this goes at the top of the list for priorities.
And also, without the FDC, Luthen doesn't have as much value. Like, he's kind of important, but the FTC really ramps him up. So you can try something like Captain Rex, probably.
Sure. Yeah, my suspicion is, you know, you've got like Kara, Rex, somebody in decent relics that's serviceable. You can make a useful team out of that, but it won't be its best form until you have Luthen. That's all right.
Okay, so guess was right. SLKR is back here. And we also have Hondo.
Sure do. And it's the Hondo, which, as I've found out here, is intended to be an anti-JMK tech. Yep.
I know that's a counter, but I just don't like it as a counter. I just feel like you're giving up with too much.
Yeah, I hear that. I respect that.
But, I mean, if I fail here, then I guess I'm the one eating crow, so.
Mm-hmm. Drogon is nice if you do not have Leia. That's a good one, Grax. Drogon.
Yeah.
Throwing that one in would be brutal. Ben Grogu. Hey, Tass. Hey, good to see you. Welcome. Oh, sorry to hear about that, Ray Rock. My old man Luke just failed to clean up Rey, Exile Ezra with the Jedi Calcron. Any suggestions? I mean, you'd really have to tell us what you have available that you can afford to use, that you haven't used elsewhere. Is this your last team on the defense? Otherwise, tell us what your top options are. But, you know, it's not productive for either of us for us to sit here and start throwing out names and then you come back and say, oh, I use that. Oh, I use that. Oh, I use that. So tell us what you got. We'll make it work. JMK Malicos specifically username? Yes. Or JMK Watt. Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, I completely agree, Grax. That's a slick idea, using Drogon in that way. Ready when you are, Vestara.
Okay. We'll try this. Ready, go. Okay. Put them away.
Just do middle, right? We want to target.
Yeah.
I liked going after SM33, but in practice, I haven't been punished any which way I've gone about it. So I've done going after Vane, but I usually go after the sides and then get Vane later.
All right. I feel like if we don't get him first.
Sounds fine. First special.
First.
Boom.
Okay, one down.
I use the special here, yeah. I only delay it by just that for that first turn. Because the momentum swing from using it here on the second turn is worth slowing down your turn meter gains.
Okay, can do this.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, this would have worked the way I wanted. Good.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
With this one. All right. Kylo. A lot of offense, a little bit of defense.
Yeah, what do you like for this one?
Well, so the original plan is if I had gotten through the front was I would have had a C Bane, which or maybe just Bane for 65, but I'm thinking JMK.
I like JMK.
It's probably the cleanest route because we don't really have Mark for Luke, so that's not really an option. And I don't like the mirror. I mean, it works, but it's a lot messier than just.
It is a bloody affair, yeah.
Yeah. All right. No. All right. This is fine.
Yeah, I like that. High defense feels like a good choice.
Trick is we can't leap immediately. Correct? Yes.
We need each of our guys to have gone first before we'll be able to kill any one of them. That's the way it works.
Who are we looking at killing?
Oh, interesting, Zeta. You would assume that Satil works, provided that you have all our Omicrons. My gut would be to, Middle himself targeting Hux, yes. I like Hux out of there ASAP. Yeah, you can do the mass assist. It'll give more ultimate charge. It's not the preferred target, but that's the life.
Okay, just to get him his turn so we can start working.
Yeah, third to
I wonder if this works the way I think it does. Doesn't look like it.
I think this is... who hasn't gone yet?
Oh, probably Snips. Okay, yep, it was Snips.
Yep. All right, red next. Unless we can just smite Ray, right? I would call Cat now that you're fully ulted. You can call Cat, but that's not that you're punished. Not that you were punished.
Okay, he's got one turn.
And you've got another third coming up soon.
I think.
Third to Cat.
Oh, yeah. There, that should be good.
Yeah, I like that. It's about as good as it's going to get anyway.
Okay, we did lose one. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is an interesting one. Haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, that is an interesting one.
I mean, Supreme Leader feels like an easy solve. I think you just run it over. What other... I don't know. It's actually a really good use of Ahsoka with how stranded she's been. Although you do have to give up the GI Cron for it.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll come back to that one.
Who else?
Now, this
Maybe
Try a
Sear
speed.
would work had we not used Sear. Yeah, Partygaz is doing all this manipulation stuff, and I want to say that considering you have Java, that will probably do something for you.
My original plan was to try this.
Oh, yes. Let's see it then. Let's see that for sure.
Where is it? Okay. You think the TM is worth it, or should I just do buffs? How important do you think it is to go first?
I really like buffs, man. Buffs with that particular stat profile is very, very strong. Hitting first is nice, and it's probably the surest win, but I feel like hitting hard is also really good when you don't really take damage until the generator's gone.
Okay. I don't think Krennic is even really... Krennic's not a real character.
So it depends on how well they've modded him. I've modded mine with high crit chance and offense, and his AoE could be a problem. Oh yeah, high crit chance, offense, and potency.
Okay, so
the potency's there, so he could land his AoE stagger on you, right? So he's here more in a support capacity than damage, yeah.
Yeah, 29. Doesn't look like he put any crit chance on there.
Yeah.
Potency.
But with the resistance penetration that he's got, that AoE still might do some damage. Still, nowhere near as worrisome as if it were actually offense.
Okay, potency down, speed down. Speed. Ignore it. Do they have to rank up to the 3, or does someone start at 3?
I want to say, well, Partygaz gives it to himself for sure. Partygaz himself, I think, starts at rank 3 from his unique. But yeah, also it says there in the leader.
Rank
ability.
2, he starts at rank 2.
Yeah, but read the leader ability, Omicron.
Oh, okay, so the Omicron bumps him up.
There it is.
Retaliate, 20% bonus. 15%. So any AoE is going to give him what, 75%? So any AoE basically gives him a free turn.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth for 1 turn, taunt for 1 turn. Okay. We'll just take a look, see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, this is... Oh. The ability block here is really not, or I guess it's cooldown increase.
Yeah, the cooldown
really
increase is crazy. Probably trade to Nas. And then
For
dispel them.
Yeah.
Or you can dispel yourself. You can cleanse yourself. It'll get all the speed downs off is probably a fair call. And
I feel like I'm so close yet so far.
we need something to give here.
Okay,
Yeah,
one down.
Yes, assist. Okay, it's time for the realness. Get them, boys. Boom. Use them, de boomba.
Okay. It ain't pretty, but it worked.
That's right. They don't all have to be a priceless work of art.
All right,
Smart
so
move, killing the IPD, forcing Partagaz to despawn. I like that. This was fine. I like that.
I now looking back at it, I think the 25% would be the way to go. Just
Probably,
because
yeah.
you get out in front of them, you don't get the cooldown increase unless that's from a unique that I missed, and then you can just go around the horn and take them out.
Mm-hmm.
Slight issue. I don't think I saved a counter for this.
You have DVD, or sorry, DTMG rather?
No, we tried that on.
Oh, that's
Casting.
right. I want to
Yeah, I wasn't paying
say,
attention to that.
what about Jabba? What do we got here? First of all, what do we realistically have available? Clackers needed for the back, right?
Yeah, to clear out Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm. Scroll on down. Yeah, we
got
haven't
Jedi
planned
Vanguard.
Treya, so we might make a rotation there. Afra, I don't know that Afra's an answer here.
I could try pirates.
You could. I think last 5 vs 5 season, folks were trying Maz, and if I remember doing it a couple times, and I remember winning them, but it was like terrible banners, like 57, 58, something like that. So even if you can do it, does it prove something to you that you actually want to learn?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Maybe I feel like this one's more solid, so maybe it's more about just getting through.
Sure.
Actually, hold on. Before we do that, what do we got going on with Akbar? Tenacity up. TM. Assists. Cooldown reduction. Taunt stealth. Oh, but these, I thought these Omicrons were 3v3 only. Maybe that's just Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper Luke's leadership is 3 vs 3 only.
Got a revive and Han. I think. Oh, Trey should just work on this.
Yes,
No
I think so.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Trey just clears this out nicely.
They get to ignore your protection, but that's why you have just a ton of health and crit avoidance.
Okay.
Yep, good call, user.
That doesn't work. Okay. Is a Talon super important here? Frankly, I think a Malik would be better than Talon.
Yeah. The only way you'll regret not having Talon is if they get around Savage. And I guess you were bringing Malin, so that will help.
Yeah, mostly just for the fear to shut down any counters and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Does Jedi Vanguard do anything here? Well, actually, they probably take too much damage. It's probably better banner-wise.
Yeah, because you're not doing anything to shut down their turn meter game. Now, if you wanted to try Malgus because you have doubt in that team, maybe. But I think Treya works just fine because they are doing a lot of assisting each other.
Yeah. What's this going to be? Well, we'll see it, and maybe we don't even need Malik. Okay. Are they not critting? Is that why we're not getting fear?
Yes. Crit avoidance from Treya. For all Sith.
This could almost just be an auto. I don't think there's any choices that I'd make differently. Come on. Go there.
Wow. Nearly 2 minutes into the fight, that's her first
Right.
move. That's
Do
insane.
we just take out
I would
Stormtrooper?
take
Probably.
the gun.
Yeah, I would take the tank out so that you're not impeded any further.
Yeah.
Don't use that smite. That's special from Savage unless somebody's at half or less health. Yeah, well, with Han gone, we should spend a lot less time getting TMR'd, Grax, but good point.
And
Yeah, I would use that there. Yeah,
the insta kill prevents.
revive.
Okay, yeah, the insta kill prevents Stormtrooper, but not Akbar, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Maybe focus on beating down the Han and then execute somebody else when you can. Don't execute the Luke, right?
I don't think we can kill him, or is that part of the Omicron?
I don't recall if this is just part of his leadership, but I remember there being something saying that when an ally has protection, he can't die.
Yeah, that
might be just a
what,
leadership thing, though.
okay. So we want. Well, that's
Yeah,
the
I
only
would
option
just
to get
kill
out
him.
here.
Yeah. Why mess around at this point? You're in a tough spot.
Just hit Dr. Watson, no?
Good learning.
The answer
Lots
is
of turn meter reduction to deal with.
okay.
That's the leadership Omicron, Grax. Okay, so we weren't really up against that with Stormtrooper Luke, but it was just as well that we deleted Akbar when we did. The team is neutered now. Haven't I heard Fatal say something about Saw versus DVD?
Cassian has Luthen, so we can't really do Saw.
Okay.
Unless you can do without Luthen or Drogon, but
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Java?
all right.
Okay, yeah, you did see Fatal do that, Grogu. Okay. Yep. Yeah, but you probably did see him do that with Luthen last week. Something like that.
Jabba doesn't look pretty, but frankly, I'm gonna do this way.
Sure.
Oh, there's no kicks.
Not strictly
That-
required. I would take Nest.
Oh,
Yeah, Scoundrel Crown of some kind. Sure.
or do we want the bonus? The bonus shot.
Max health damage is okay when you've got, Quiggled in there. That's nasty. I mean, you've got multiple people who debuff here.
All right. Do this one then. Speed up. We capture. I guess
You don't
we have
get to
capture
ignore
Royal Guard.
taunt, so I think you just
Yeah.
capture the tank. Yeah, Grogu says, I forget what happened, but I think Fatal lost. He still thought it had potential and went to remod. So, good to know.
Or wait, this gives a bonus turn. Doesn't matter though.
It's calling to assist, so it will trigger DVD.
But everyone has foresight, so
Yes.
all right. We just got to go through them. Well. Or Maz. She tried.
Yeah. Yep. No kicks to bring us back. I'd do third for sure. Maybe we're just relying on good old Hondo to lift us out of the grave.
Probably wasn't smart. Oh, okay. Not punished for now.
Yes. No regrets.
I should have thought about that. Yeah.
Okay, so that did not work at all. You know that Jedi Master Mace would probably be really rough as well, considering EP and all that. However, when you do kill somebody, they stay dead. There is no coming back, hatred or not. Right?
Yeah, so we could at least break it up, make it.
Yeah,
feasible.
you might have a case to get through with that. Yes.
All right, so we go offensive and just hope we don't die, or
I like
defensive?
armor penetration. It's a strong move. Because you've got Depa and Mace both being strong beneficiaries. Yeah, I don't mind that 3. I don't mind if you also had a Kron that had some defense. That's a great Kron. I would use that. especially with that 3 on it. I would go high armor penetration. I mean,
Stick to the full damage.
just in the sense that the goal here is to at least chip it apart. So why take a half measure? Why hedge our bets by leaning into some amount of defense?
Yeah. All right.
Probably just
Okay.
middle to open with armor shred. Or no armor shred. Why am I thinking of armor shred? Well, that's reasonably forbidden.
Okay.
So, note to self, if we were to try this again, have turn meter chrome.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I wasn't really thinking about it either. I was thinking that the lockdown was going to be worth more than approximately nothing. Java yet remains an option. You figure they're gaining a lot of turn meter. Java says when you gain turn meter, I gain turn meter. Everybody can have turn meter. Nooch just raided in with 21 viewers. Welcome, Nooch. Welcome, Raiders. How did it go over there? How's the season looking for you, Nooch? I think they can be ability blocks, so I don't mind Boba.
Yeah. Where is it? Although, do I need Embo? Does Embo matter here?
You like the defense, so it feels like it's difficult to imagine being punished for having this Kron. If you wanted to drop Scando to bring Embo, you could. I just like Boba a lot, especially since we're running a dark side Kron as well.
Yeah. Oh, and then Embo fixes that too.
Yeah, then
Okay.
Embo 9 is okay. The Embo 9 is okay.
No, I mean the Embo's dark side versus Lando being light side.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, somebody else to
yeah.
benefit from your level 3.
Okay. Buff Dispel doesn't work on marked, but
Yes. Yeah, I mean, throwing the third out, converts that into the marked immediately. There's something to be said for that. The TMR is brutal, with a stagger getting triggered. Ooh. They're around the clock in you. So much for gaining turn meter, eh? I mean, shock, I guess. Wow. Brutal.
Did I get a turn? Oh, I did get one turn.
Congratulations.
Almost got to play the game.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, desperate times, desperate measures, all of that.
Yeah. Okay, we didn't kill anybody. All right. And then Reva beats Ahsoka, right? It's probably not going to be pretty.
Yeah. Wait, do you have like an Ahsoka team to throw in here?
Just everybody except Ezra.
Yeah, I guess you could do that. Sure.
Who else gives more utility? We've used Malik. We use Nest. Okay.
What? Yeah, high defense, light side, exactly so. Yeah, buffs up level 3, just so.
Okay.
Probably do Ahsoka's third over to Padawan Sabine. Like, you'll probably put tank tech on Ahsoka, then weapon tech on Padawan Sabine, something like that.
Okay. Third to Sabine. No. Oh, I wonder if this will kill.
Yeah, I like hitting Grand when you can. That's okay.
Okay, that didn't do nothing.
Jeez. That's tough.
Question is, what would I have done if I had gotten through the front normally?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, duh. SLKR. Yeah, that was the whole point we had it.
You might be able to do some weird ass. Yeah, sure, that could be something. The bonus turn, though, is going to supersede you, right? Grand? Because you have
Yes, it
turn
will.
meter game with Afra at the beginning, not bonus turn.
Yep.
Is it Grand's bonus turn built on everyone being Inquisitor?
Grand Inquisitor gets a bonus turn the first time each enemy gets 6 stacks of Purge.
Yes, and you don't get 6 stacks of Purge because there are not 4 Inquisitors.
Is that how it works?
Yes, Riva doesn't give 5 stacks unless Inquisitors. It's in her lead.
Yeah, go back to the lead.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the first paragraph.
At the start, are inflicted with 5, not 6.
Yeah, it doesn't require that. It's not saying that it requires that.
Ah, okay.
So it should be 5 from her, and then Grand hands out 1, and that kicks him off.
Yeah.
I
All
see.
right. Assuming
thought it was
JML
up to
doesn't do anything
Inquisitors.
there. Nothing down here.
Maybe a Malgus thing? Yeah, that's going to be really hard to do because you're going to get stuck right behind Ahsoka, right? You don't have Malik to dispel it.
Well,
Yeah, probably best to come back and do that with Slacker if we can find a way through the rest of these with something else.
JML does not work here, right? Not at all.
I would imagine not. I would imagine it's probably not good. Especially since your Satil has JKR.
And then you're going to get bonus turns from the assists on the droids. So that won't work the way we think it does.
Affer might be worth throwing at this, though, because, again, if our goal is to chip people out, might be able to do that with this team. If I gotta use Geos to get through it, I will.
You at least have high relic Geos.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who am I looking for? Where is he?
Orlom if you have, but
This
if
guy.
not... Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep, that's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. And then we kept this. Let's take a look.
All right. It's still open with doubt.
Okay. Can't get around him yet.
Yep. Love it. Yes, do the AoE. Yeah, do the special rather.
Okay. I like that.
I see what you're thinking. The basic is probably...
Basic does more damage?
Yeah, basic will do more damage to a single target than the third plus an assist. Also, getting dodged to shit does 0 damage. The more you know. Get them, boys.
Okay.
Yeah. PBDE, I guess.
Wait,
gotta kill EP first, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep. Yep. Beat that.
As much as I'm glad this worked, I don't think it's as reliable as it feels like.
No, but that was a fresh fight when you went in. Granted, It's got a significant leg up from the FTC, which is outgoing, so you got a point there. D-Rack in the chat says, GG Vestara, always a pleasure.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see when we get to next season. Get through a couple fights there.
Mm. Good to see you, D-Rack. Hope all is well.
Yeah. Oh, wait. So if he's in chat. No, I really like his defenses. They're a really good switch up from everybody else's in this bracket.
Good. Yeah,
it's hard to plan for,
Bam
though. Hard to plan for.
Sorry?
It's hard to plan for his defenses because he knows he knows so many counters to everything, so it's hard to plan around all his different options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who am I missing? Probably Hoda.
Yeah, I like Hoda. Grandmaster's also okay, but I like Hoda better. I also would switch the positioning of Hoda and Gas, because just to make it easier for you to target Hoda for calls.
Okay.
Yeah, high prot and defense is great. I mean, the turn meter is nice, but it's only really needed, I think, if they have turn meter, which they don't.
They do not.
Yeah,
Gas over GMY.
I like that. Yeah, it's good seeing you, D-Rack. Yeah, I would focus on blowing up Bam first, though.
Bam instead.
Yeah. Bam's really got to go.
Okay. Oh.
That's one. Yeah.
All right. So if I don't.
I would
how this
basic and
works.
then do the stun. Yep, that one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Going back over, right. You can increase. Sure.
I think I have the stun ready.
Do you? Okay, nice.
Oh, no.
Amazing. If I thought you were ways off, but yeah, we'll get through this. I would do the big heal, though. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy how much we need JKR with this team. I guess go for the smite on, yes, that one.
I can just get.
I like that a lot.
Can't do it on yourself.
Man,
I
banner.
thought stun prevented that last bit, but
Yeah.
What is the way to do it? Do you have to kill him last, or I always thought the stun did it.
You want to kill him second to last.
Okay.
And that's assuming that you're also ignoring Grogu. You're not usually fighting directly with Grogu much. Aside from like ability block or something of the kind. Yeah, this should be okay. Sure. Okay, you want to do it like that? All right, yeah.
I figure with Akbar and Luke. Oh, is he still here?
Yeah.
He's still here. Oh,
JML needs a lifter, says Hugsy. He then lost Revan, and now he just feels awful in some matchups he was doing well in before. Yeah. JKR, I do feel the absence of.
Okay. Clean. Now I'm curious. Did he do Leviathan or did he stick to normal? Yeah, he did stick to normal. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you'd be making it through that regardless. And
Yeah,
good. Yeah, you were successful saving Slacker for this. Grandpa Luke needs his sister. Oh my god. Get old Leia out there and have her do her like Superman space like that across the battlefield to like JKR mark the enemy.
Legend.
It would be horrific. It would be hilarious. We have how many forms of Luke and how many forms of Leia? Not enough. Not enough, surely. Yeah, they are immune to stun, but that's still no reason to not charge up your siphon, right? Sure. If you want to go under stealth, that's fine. You can do third here. Because you can't crit as hard as you'd like with the middle, which would generally feed more ultimate charge.
Yeah.
Hmm? Probably just pop bolt immediately. Yeah, especially with 2 stacks. Yeah, you might even get the third. He said
This was never going to be a
priceless
good
work of
banner.
art. Yeah.
Or, yeah.
But you do get the chance to do some lightning related shenanigans.
We go here. Ah, dodge.
This is brutal.
Wonder then.
Nice.
Would have there been a cleaner? What would I have had to say to get through this cleanly? Probably see Bane, but there was so
Yeah, I do think in particular Bane should have been able to deal with this. Like, maybe even just Bane Sass, right?
Yeah, and then you have to do... No, I did JMK against SLKR. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I would have had it. Okay.
It'll see how much of a damage boost Ahsoka's going to get from the true damage. Yeah. I just like that she's going to not be as unserious of a defensive team. Yes, Great Mothers can still take it on. But outside of that, that isn't a Galactic Legend. That's probably about it. And then you do have to put a lot into your Great Mothers to have that be able to function correctly against, higher Kyber 1 accounts where they've got 380 plus Ezra. Can't be too slow to that fight.
It does leave Rey in a weird spot, though.
Yeah, but to be sure, I'm not going to sit here and argue that she has not been at her best as a defense with the addition of Exile Ezra, but she's still been one of the most consistent, powerful, banner-stripping defensive teams since she was added to the game. Yes, there have been plenty of metas where you can 65 her. I take the point. Still, though, you're 65ing with things that are pretty well prepared, like your EP Star Killer that you're playing very carefully, stuff like that. I don't mind that as well. Thickness. It's
26. Three man here. Take your turns, take your turns.
Oh, Lord Porg says, today was that one time in the season where setting big boy fleets on defense actually saved my ass. Nice, man. Nice when you can
Every
pull that
once in a
off.
while you can catch someone.
I do like doing it to Fury, yeah. Because if and when they can get around the tank, that's their number one target. I like going after Raven's Claw or B-Wing as my primaries, especially since you correctly put the Isolate on the tank. Hugsy says, but that is kind of the nature of Rey's evergreen leader skill. They shut down Slacker doing shenanigans with Darkside Rey. Could see them doing something akin in the future with Rey, perhaps with Resistance, Light Side Ufu. Yeah, I mean, I think Rey is still in a pretty good spot. I think that, you know, you're going to go back to using Seer Malicos. That's fine. We're going to go back to a Rey defensive meta that's more deliberately anti-Seer Malicos. There is such a thing. And, yeah, wouldn't worry too much.
And you're never going to take Rey off. Well, I can't say never, but in most standard metas, Rey's just going to be there on defense.
Yeah.
Because she loses too much on offense. For the same reason she's good on defense.
Yeah, her kid is incredible, for sure. Dance test. I would recommend, yeah. Thank you. I also like punishing one in Xanadu switching positions.
For calls?
Yeah. Yeah, you put them back the way they were.
Wait.
There we go. There you go. All right, make a run for it.
All right.
I say, I think you're going to end up stuck behind the tank. You'll have to blitz through the tank. Nope, you don't. Scythe. Kill Scythe. All right, I thought that Darth Vader was up front, and he'll get a basic out. All Xanadu, because you don't have Breach yet. I like the double taps with Xanadu. Nice.
And one last. If I can get this,
Yep.
should be end.
That's the end. Beautifully done.
All right.
That's the finale. A full clear, 17-22. Now, obviously, there was a lot of science in here, so the fight was dropped. The fight was lost as soon as the Queen Amidala failed us. But yeah, you know, thanks, Vestara, for putting in a lot of science for the people here. And would you like to give a wrap up on your attacks? Do you have a summary you want to run through on that?
Summary wise, so let's see. Oh, we started with Pirate King on Stranger, which was a very nice, clean fight. I think one of the better options if you're looking to go clean against it. Rey Ezra, we started with the Queen comp with Cam and Kit with the new FDC. Did not go well. Didn't make any progress, and then it just died. Kit didn't seem to do anything, but I'm not sure if that's just because I have a weak Kit or if he just doesn't work in that fight. And then Cassian, we tried a couple different things. The one that ended up working was Seer Malicos. Not anything fancy with it, just Seer Malicos with Fulcrum and Crew. They have a lot of TM, and actually, this is without the FDC, so it's going to look a bit different once we get the FDC, but I think the same things are losing to it now, still going to lose even harder. LV, we just did Seabane just to get through it, and that was the front wall. In the back, there was Supreme Little Kylo, Pirate King, and Riva Ahsoka. For Pirate King, we did Balin Mercenaries with the FDC. Worked basically as advertised. Stun Vane, go all the way through. Supreme Little Kylo was JMK. You just hold the insta kill till you can kill people, and then you kill people. The Riva Ahsoka, because we used a lot of things on the front, namely Seabane, Leia, kind of had to mess around there, but we still had SLKR saved to clean that one up. Up top, we had Akbar Rebels with the new Princess Leia DC. Treya timed out on it. I think you're going to time out no matter what you try there. Bo, we did JML. EP, we tried couple different things because we used DTMG earlier on. Pirates failed very miserably, and we ended up getting through with Afra, which it looked good. Not sure how well it works. Fused a bunch. And then ISB, we ended up using Gungans. There's no FDC, but the Gungans seem to do well, especially I think if you get out ahead of them, it's going to look even better. That's for ground. And then fleets, 3-man Leviathan versus Akbar, Executor against Tarkin, and then just Profundity against Executor. Just tried to get through nice and clean on that one.
Mm-hmm. Well, appreciate you. Thank you for the recap there. And again, GG to D-Rack. Yeah. Strong fight. Yeah. And of course, to our guest of honor, Vestara Khai, thank you again for making yourself available to give us a show. I really wouldn't have had something else otherwise, so really appreciate you. And before I get ready to close down and rate us out, anything you'd like to say?
No, just thanks for letting me share the round with you. That's all.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks again. All right, guys, let's get ready to close down. First, if you want to be in touch in between episodes, of course, the place to do it is my Discord. There's the link. If you are watching me live, then you already know I'm here at twitch.tv/Tassenix. Also simulcasting from my YouTube channel, Tassenix Gaming, where if you've not been there before, check it out. A whole bunch of SWORD-related content that I think you might be interested in. Stuff like the How to Mod Guide series, mod guides on characters and factions that you've asked about. My Grand Arena VODs with chapters added. And it's, of course, a rebroadcasting point for my Grand Arena focused podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha, Aisha, and Fatal, where we're breaking down the last week in the thereabouts of the top 100 of Kyber 1, telling you about how we dealt with the meta matchups, our favorite attacks and defenses that we saw out there, our lessons learned for the week to come, and any other actionable intelligence we think is worth sharing with you guys. That show is native to Spotify, but wherever you catch an episode, check the description. There's a link that you can use to plug it into your preferred podcast program and follow the show that way. But anything you enjoy over there on YouTube, please hit like, hit subscribe to the channel to see more. Follow me on Twitch, all great ways to support the channel, absolutely free. Of course, if you want to go above and beyond the call of duty to support the stream, there are a few ways to do so. I do have a Cash App that is $Tassenix. I do have a PayPal, which is tassenix@gmail.com. And if you're interested in getting some enhanced Grand Arena scouting power for yourself, early access to my content, including Plotting and Scheming, and a few other benefits besides, you may be interested in becoming a patron. Check out patreon.com/Tassenix. For any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player, there is something there of interest for you. I've had a couple patrons push me to mention and encourage that, among the other benefits that I'm about to list, the Grand Arena coaching is something that a few of the patrons really enjoy. And if you want one-on-one time to get your preparation, your attacks done, that is something that I offer. So, hit me up. But yeah, at $5 a month, you enter the TAS House at VIP access level, where you get early access to the Plotting and Scheming show that is coming out to our general audience Friday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern. Patrons have it as early as Monday or Tuesday night, depending on when we sit down to record, giving you early insight into that first round of the week. Aside from that, I will occasionally make patron-exclusive videos that you'll have at least a month ahead of the general public. And of course, a dedicated text and voice chat on Discord where I am usually lurking, so pop on in and say hi. Thank you to all of my supporters here at VIP Access. At VIP Access Plus, that is the $10 a month tier where you get a bundled Patreon access to me and to your choice of either OmegaBot or Hot Utils Patreon. OmegaBot's that tool that I highlight at the start of all of my Grand Arena streams. It's the one with the graphs that give you an easily understood sense of your opponent's offensive and defensive tendencies. Anybody can use that tool for free to scout their opponent's last week of Grand Arena history, but only patrons can build out a custom report with any number of weeks. You get a downloadable HTML version of that report with embedded links that, when you click them, takes you right back into swugga.gg or Insight, whichever you're using, with data pre-sorted, just helping you further minimize and focus your scouting efforts. Alternatively, you might spring for the Hot Utils Patreon, aka Chili subscription, which is your #1 tool for mass mod management and loadout creation. Nothing else lets you switch so easily between your Grand Arena, TB, TW, and Raid mods. You can use it like TJ and Fatal do to comprehensively remod your roster with the powerful automation feature. You can slice through hundreds of mods in seconds, help out your guild in TW, and so much more. No wrong way to go at VIP Access Plus. Thank you to all of my patrons here. At VIP Access Premium, that is $15 a month for the Double Bot bundle. So Patreon access for me, OmegaBot, and Hot Utils all in one price. Going out and getting those 2 bots anywhere else costs the same as this triple bundle, which is why so many of my patrons say it's one of the best values in all of Swugga. Thank you so much to all of my patrons here at VIP Access Premium. I know you guys enjoy the double bots. At the top of the list, in Jester's Club Elite, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper, a madman who pops into stream from time to time and goes crazy, dropping hundreds of subs, thousands of biddies, incredibly generous support over the years. Thank you so much, Nomads. To Pills, who will also show up mostly towards the end of streams and just start handing out 10 gift subs here, 20, 100 there. Never know what quite to expect, but it's always generous, it's always appreciated. Thank you, Pills. Special thanks first up to the Lost Womp Rat, one of my patrons who's gone above and beyond the Call of Duty, not just helping me out with my IT related issues, but to the entire Swugga community, community at large. He just got me fixed up live the other day when I meant to be on both Twitch and YouTube, and the YouTube side wasn't working. Had me sorted in a jiff. So as always, Womp Rat, thank you for the time and attention. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for all you do in the background, whether that's bringing me something to eat or drink while I'm live here on stream, or just keeping our daughter from tearing the house apart while I'm trying to be the very best like no one ever was at a phone game. I appreciate you. And of course, again to my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming, Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal. As always, gentlemen, it is my pleasure and privilege to record our show on a weekly basis. Despite the pressures of work, family, raising kittens, you guys still show up for every episode, and I appreciate it because I learn every time. Hopefully you guys occasionally feel the same, but it isn't about us. It is about the listeners and the viewers tuning in. It is rare that a day goes by that they're not letting us know that they're picking up good stuff from our show. They're picking up tidbits. It's helping them win their matches. And we are having the intended effect that we wanted to with our show. So thank you guys so much for being a part of it. 3 years on, and I would not change a thing. All right, back over to the main scene. Let's make ready. Move you all out. Over on the Twitch side. Sorry, on the YouTube side, rather. Who is live? Everybody jump ship because the round's over. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's live over there on YouTube, so I think it's just going to end up cutting off on you guys' end. Sorry about that, but thank you for tuning in nevertheless. All right, let's get ready to raid folks up on Twitch. Who's there? Alligal. Let's go say hi to Alligal. She's got 1 viewer still. I wonder what she's up to. Starting up the raid, shields up, weapons online. Make ready to depart. Thank you all for tuning in, and again, thank you to our special guest, Vestara Khai, for making the time to give us a show tonight. And yeah, I am hoping to bring you an excellent match for the final round. I'm going to have another Rhodium myself, so it's on me to find you another guest stream. Stay tuned on Discord to hear more about that. Until next time, it's been real, it's been awesome, it's been real awesome. Take care.